Good morning. It is 7:14 a.m. on Monday, September 24th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Feeling relatively good this morning, just by kind of comparison. Hopefully I've managed to reset my sleep schedule a little bit. This was a good weekend for media consumption for me. Yeah. On Saturday, I went to see him playing here at the Boston Opera House, and I had been wanting to. Uh, I had been wanting to see it for a long time, and had just kind of never made it happen because of this perception in my head, like it's going to be hard or expensive, it's like, yeah, but I want to see it, so. um, Basically, through a combination of good timing and luck, and also being willing to, pay more than I would probably pay for a regular show of some kind, like a more ordinary thing, but for a show that I've been wanting to see specifically for so long. I honestly don't think I don't feel like I overpaid. I'm not disappointed at all. Um, but I actually got pretty good seats for significantly less than what I heard other people talking about. Now, possibly just the fact that it was just a single seat that I got was maybe part of what made that easier. Um, but in any event, they were pretty good seats, and I saw it, and it was great. Did not disappoint. Um, it was really, expected, but nonetheless interesting to just think about. It's obviously a different cast than the original cast and the one that performs the soundtrack that I've heard so much. So there's going to be some differences, right? Like the music and the lyrics are the same, but just the way that people perform is a little different. And so just noting those things is interesting. Like the guy who played Aaron Burr in the production that I saw was a little prissier than the version of the character on the soundtrack, but in a way that was really very effective. Like, for example, in the song "Wait for It." I mean, I don't know what the original staging was. Maybe it's the same here, but in this one, he the staging of it and his performance really blended, where for the first half of the song or so, he's kind of standing very still while other things happen around him, and it almost feels a little bit awkward and tense. But then when he kind of really gets into it, like when he has this, "I'm the one thing in my life I can control," I think I said that wrong, but anyway, um, I mean, it was just really cool. How, he kind of, you sense that coiled spring inside the character. And yeah, and then the character who played the king had his performance swing a little wildly, a little more wildly compared to the in the original soundtrack, where he's like, a little bit more saccharine in some moments and a little more vicious in other moments, and kind of playing up to the idea that, that actual king character was actually kind of bonkers. And yeah, so like little differences. Some of the other things that surprised me is that there's really just no overture at all in either the first or second act. And so, for example, it feels like it starts kind of abruptly, like everybody's in the theater waiting for everything to start. The lights dim, everyone's cheering because it's like, yay, it's starting, and then dun 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 dun, and the guy's just walking out and just right into the next first song, and it's like, oh man, it's happening. um, And it was just being there to, just to see the visuals, because it has some really cool creative staging. And the stage, if you don't already know, has these two rings in it that can rotate. So like an actor can stand on it and it'll move them around in a circle. They can rotate a couple of different directions, and that allows them to do some really neat staging. And they use it in some really creative ways, and it adds a lot. Not that that's surprising, but it does. It's great. Yeah, so I don't, I'm not going to just belabor every single detail, but it was a great experience. I was very happy to do it. I was actually thinking in my head that I was going to talk about that and the Netflix's The Dragon Prince today, but I kind of felt like I had enough to say about Hamilton, I guess. So maybe I'll talk about Dragon Prince tomorrow. Short version is I really like it, and it's only kind of marred, in my opinion, by an animation style choice that's just inexplicable to me. But hopefully next season is better in that specific regard, but I hope they make more because I really like the story. So I'll leave it there for right now and talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.